Yes, class, good morning. Today we'll discuss a new topic, definite integrals. Your indefinite portion has been completed, but you remember these things, every identity techniques of indefinite integrals will be used in the definite integrals. Every identity, every techniques. But what difference of the definite integral and indefinite integrals? Definite integrals having the definite values means your c will be removing, disappearing of the c here. Suppose you are every time you are finding the suppose indefinite sine x dx. This is integration of the minus cos x plus c. This c will be here disappearing because name of this topic definite integral. No any constant number here. Suppose any constant value came here, then you will be putting this value and removing the constant value. You will find the indefinite integral in the fixed value. Second things, definite integrals having the limits, lower limit and upper limit. So now check this. Suppose you have the integration a and b. A are called the lower limit and b are called the upper limit. So this lower limit and upper limit, or suppose you have function and a function fx, or you are integration of this function with respect of the dx with help of the limits. Or these are limits will be having the only integers, positive, negative, this is not matter. And then suppose this function is come fx, a into b. Integration of this fx, suppose is f capital Fx, or this limit you will write in this form outside of the closed interval in a square bracket, and then you will find the value is fb minus fa. Means first you will putting the upper limit in the function. First you will be putting the upper limit in the function, and then minus you will putting the lower limit of the function. The difference of the upper function or lower function, this will be final answer of this integration. This is, but how to integration of this in this form? You will take any tricks, any method, any tricks from indefinite integrals. The method is not it, but only changing here using the limit, and this c constant you will not putting your c here. Means you are finding the definite value, then no any constant value. Yes. For example, suppose integrate x square or 2 to 3. Lower limit you are 2, upper limit you are 3, or suppose your function is x square. So this is the example. When you integration of the x square, this will become x cube upon 3, and here write 2 upon 2. Lower limit always lower side and upper limit always write to the upper side. Then you calculate it 1 by 3 taking outside here, then x you will putting this limit in variable place. 3 whole cube minus whole cube of the 2. This 1 upon 3 are same outside. 3 3 are 9, 3 are 27, minus 2 to 4, and what will you have 1 upon 3? Sorry, here also 3 are. 3 3 are 8. Exponent will be the same. Exponent 3 and 3 both same. First you will put in the x place 3 minus, then you will x place you will putting the lower limit. First you will putting the upper limit minus, then you will putting the variable number in x place. X place here 2, and then calculate here the 27 minus 8 is 19. It means your answer 19 by 3 to know any constant number here. This is your definite value, no any constant number here. This in this type c constant c will be removing in the definite integrals. In definite integral not having the c because having the definite value. So this is your process of the definite integrals. No any changing here, identity is not changing, tricks is not changing, everything same of the definite and indefinite. Yes, note down the next question number first. Yes, students. Next, first question I am taking exercise 7.9. 7.8 having deleted in this here your syllabus sum of the limit. This portion has been deleted. So then start with 7.9. Question here, lower limit you are -1, upper limit you are +1, x plus 1 dx. You will simply, this is a very simple function, you easily integrate this and then using the limit, then you find the answer. Yes, now start the solution here. Let I for integration, this is -1 upon plus x plus 1 dx. Integration of this, what is the integration of the x? X square upon 2 plus integration of the 1 is x or -1 to +1. No any constant here because definite integral not definite means those integration having the limit, those integration having the limit, this is the definite integral, so not having here c. But then you putting here upper limit and lower limit. First you will put the upper limit is 1 plus square 1 upon 2 plus 1 minus and -1 square upon 2 and plus -1 plus -1. But then first you will putting the upper limit both integers x square of the 1 is 1 and plus x1. Then when you using the lower limit, then putting the between here minus sign. So -1 square plus upon 2 and -1. Then calculate here. This is the 2 1 2 2 1 3. So 3 by 2 here and minus here come here minus 1 by 2 minus 1. So what result come here? 3 by 2 minus here plus, so -1 by 2. When you calculating this will come to -1 by 2, minus here plus. So 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2. The result here come 4 by 2. Or this is answer here come to. This is your final answer. But when you calculating the upper limit and lower limit, very carefully, don't mistake in these areas. Suppose you are doing calculation mistake, the answer will become the wrong. So very carefully, when you calculating the upper limit and lower limit, then answer will become the definite answer in this question. The very simple question of this. Then start next question. Yes, student. Next question I am taking question number 3rd. 4x2 minus 5x square plus 6x plus 9 and this is a definite integral. Limit here plus 1 to plus 2. 1 to 2, it is your limit. Integration is not difficult here. Question is very simple. But when you calculate the lower limit and upper limit, then very carefully you don't mistake in the calculation. Integration is not difficult. Integration is very simple here. Yes, now start solution here. Let I for integration plus 1 to 4x cube minus 5x square plus 6x plus 9 dx. Then integration of 4x cube. 4 here constant number, 4 will be not integration, only integration of the x cube. So this x 4 upon 4 minus 4 is the constant number here, but when you integration of the x cube, the x 4 upon 4 minus sign here plus 5 here same number here, but x cube upon cube. When you integration of the x squared, x cube upon 3 plus 6 x square upon 2 integration of x plus 9x and then 1 to 2. No any constant number here. The integration of 9 here 9x, integration of 6x 6 here same number, but x integration of x square by 2 here x square, integration of x square x cube by 3, integration of x cube x 4 by 4. So you can suppose simplification, x square can cancel here, 2 3 just 6 here cancel. Any simplification work you can do here, no any problem. Then what is the left here? X exponent 4 5 by 3 x cube plus 3x square plus 9x 1 and 2. You can use the complete form, otherwise separate form. Separate form you can use the limit here, separate form here, separate form here, separate form here. This is not matter. You are using the complete whole function here by part function. The first you can suppose you are taking the by part here, the x4 upon 1 upon 2 minus taking 5 upon 3 outside and x cube upon 1 to 2 means in this way you can take separate way. So no any problem here. You are using the separate way or complete way. This is not matter. Yes, we are taking the combined form. First using the upper limit x 2 exponent 4 minus 5 by 3 and 2 exponent 3 plus 3 2 exponent square plus 9 into 2. This is the minus sign. We are using in the combined form, not separate form. But suppose you are using separate form, the answer will become same. Answer will be not different. Suppose you are using the separate way, the answer will become same, not changed. So then upper limit work is completed. Then using the lower limit complete functions 1 square 4 minus 5 by 3 1 cube plus 3 1 square plus 9 into 1 according this way. After that we calculate here 4 exponent 4. What will be here? 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16. 2 exponent 4 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16. This way we calculate here minus 5 by 3 or what will be here 8. 2 exponent 3 means 8 plus 3 into 4 plus 18 minus sign 1 minus 5 by 3 plus 3 and plus 9 according this way. 1 exponent 4 is 1, 5 exponent 3 and 9 on the 9. Then you calculate here what will you come here. So 16 4 3 are 12 or 18. Calculate here 16 4 3 are 12, 4 3 are 12 or plus 18. This is your constant number. 8 to 10 is 16 or 1 2 3 4 46. The year 46 minus 5 by 3. When you calculate it, this is the addition of 46 or minus 5 by 3. Next minus sign here and again you 9 or 3 12 or 1 13 minus 5 by 3. Now look there 5 by 3 here and 5 by 3 here. 2 to the 4 to the 8. But here 8 also. We are not single 5 by 3 here 8 also. After that you will calculate here 46 8 5 is 40 8 5 is 40 46 minus 13 46 minus 13 46 minus 13 and minus 5 plus 5 by 3 and minus 8 5 is 40 by 3 according this way. Positive and this integer number taking the one side and fraction number taking the other side. And then you what will your come 46 minus 3 3 and 4 minus 1 33. 6 minus 3 3 and 4 minus and plus and then you taking LCM number here same, so minus 35 by 3 because both are the like form both. So then 40 minus 5 minus 35 by 3. Taking LCM and calculate here 3 3 are 9 and 3 3 are 9 minus 35 upon 3. So what result come here 9 minus 5 4 and 9 minus 3 6 by 63 by 3. This is your answer. So when you calculating the very carefully, don't mistake in the calculation. Integration is not difficult. Difficult only your focus on the calculation. Your calculation will work your focus, then you get the easy answer. Just note on it. Yes class. Next question I am taking question number 4. This is a trigonometric function here, and limit here 0 to pi by 4. According to function, limit you are making the according to function. Suppose you are write here 1 into, this is the unused here, because this is trigonometric function, sine, cos, tan, cos, sec. But this will be according to your angles, 0 to pi by 4 and 0 to pi by 6, 0 to pi by 2. According this way, the limit will be formed with according to your functions. Yes, now start the solution here. 0 to pi by 4 sine 2x dx. Integration of this sine 2x, only sine x. First we check the integration of sine x dx. This is the minus cos x. But suppose you are using the sine 2x dx, then you will be using the minus cos 2x upon 2. According this way, you have the one identity here, sine ax dx. This identity you are using the minus cos ax upon a. Those number you having any constant here in variable number, so any coefficient of the variable number, you will divide the same number. Suppose you have 2, then you write here 2. Suppose you have 5, then you write here 5. Suppose you have 6x, then you write here 6. According you will, so here means a means any integer, then you write here divide by a. According this way, sine 2x means minus cos 2x upon 2, and you are using 0 to pi by 4. 0 to pi by 4, this is your limit. After that, minus 1 by 2 taking outside, then you are left cos 2x 0 to pi by 4, and minus 1 by 2, minus 1, first taking the upper limit, cos 2 into pi by 4 minus cos 2 into 0. What will you come here? First you are putting the upper limit, then you putting the lower limit. In x place, here result came x pi by 2. You are after calculating here cos 0, and then minus 1 by 2. When you calculating this portion, just here pi by 2, or 2 into 0 is 0. The cos 9, value of the cos 9 according to sine table, the cos 90 is 0, and cos 0 is 1. When you multiply this, the plus 1 by 2, this is your answer. Minus 1 by 2 or minus 1 is plus 1 by 2. According this way you can solve the question. Any trigonometric function, don't confuse you here 0 pi by 4. This is the very useful for your angle. Suppose you have any constant number, then the useless. Here according your limit will according your angles. Yes, note down the next question. Yes class, this question is different type question here. This is the form of the square root 1 upon square root 1 minus x square form. How to solve in this type question? Don't use the identity of in this type. Suppose you are using the identity of root a square minus x square, then you will getting very confused in the questions. Then first you will be write solution. First you will write the I equal 0 to 1 dx upon 1 minus x square. First of all, you learn every identity in the indefinite integral. Then you will check this. This is the differentiation of the differentiation of d over dx sine inverse x. This is the 1 upon root 1 minus x square. This is the differentiation of sin inverse x. That means this is the, when you integrate of this portion, the answer will become sin inverse x. So when you integrate of this portion 1 upon root 1 minus x square dx, the answer will become the sin inverse x. First topic you will learn the every identity of the indefinite integrals. Then very easy to definite integral. So now when you integrate of this, the result will become your sin inverse x. Or identity are 0 to 1. This is your lower limit, this is your upper limit. After that you are using the limit here, sin inverse 1 minus sin inverse 0. Don't leave the answer in this step. You will find the complete answer of this question. This is not your complete answer. Sin inverse 1 and minus sin inverse 0. So up you will check this sin inverse 1. Which ratio or which value of the sin is 1 here? So you will check this. The sin 90 is equal to, sin 90 means pi by 2 is equal to 1. Sin 90 and sin 0 equal to 0. What value of the 0 here? Sin 0 is 0. What value of the 1 here? The sin 90. So you will be write the 1 place is sin pi by 2 and 0 place you will write here sin 0. Then sin inverse sin pi by 2 minus sin inverse sin 0. 0 place you will write the sin 0 or 1 place you will write the sin pi by 2. So here 1 place already write here sin pi by 2 or 0 place writing sin 0. So sin inverse to sin here opposite, then you will cancel. What result here come? Pi by 2. Sin inverse to sin here cancel. What result come here? 0. So this result is pi by 2. This is your final answer. So this is your final answer, not your final answer. This suppose you are leaving the answer in this step, so your 1 mark should be deduct. 1 mark should be deduct in these steps. So this is important part. You complete. Suppose you have sin inverse portion, the complete solve and then find get the complete answer. First of all, you will be every question of the indefinite, every identity of the indefinite integrals you will learn. Then this definite integral very easy for you. Otherwise, you will be very difficult how to solve this question, how to find the use of the limit here. The limit is very easy, but when you calculating the limit, then very careful, very focus on the calculations. You doing the rough work, then you write the answer here. Don't write the directly answer. First you do the rough work, then you write the answer here. Just note down it.